Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a moment that feels calm on the surface but carries a kind of quiet intensity you can actually feel through the screen. Finally, it's baby time for Zach and Whitney Bates, and what they just shared is not just another update. It is a full emotional buildup that unfolds piece by piece. In this video, we are breaking down their latest posts, from the intimate hospital moments to the subtle details that reveal just how much this moment means for them as they prepare to welcome their sixth child, a baby girl. Let's take a closer look at how everything comes together. Because once you start noticing the small details, this story becomes even more powerful than it first appears. Moments leading up to a birth always carry a kind of energy that is hard to put into words. A mix of anticipation, quiet tension, and overwhelming joy that builds with every second. That exact feeling comes through powerfully in the latest series of posts from Zach and Whitney Bates, who are preparing to welcome their sixth child. This time, they are expecting a baby girl, adding another layer to a family story that has already grown in such a visible and emotional way. Before this, the couple had 5 children. Bradley is their first, followed by Kaci, then Khloé, Jadon, and Lily. With that history in place, this moment is not just another birth announcement. It feels like the continuation of something much bigger. And interestingly, the fact that this is not their first time does not make it feel smaller. It actually makes it feel deeper and more emotionally charged. The collaboration video they shared acts as the perfect opening, and it immediately pulls viewers in without needing anything loud or dramatic. In one quiet but striking frame, Zach leans in close beside Whitney's hospital bed and gently kisses her forehead. Whitney, lying there ready to give birth, looks back at him with a calm expression that still holds so much emotion beneath the surface. There is no dialogue explaining what is happening, no dramatic music cues forcing a reaction. But that is exactly where the tension lives. Every small movement feels intentional, every glance carries weight. It creates a kind of stillness that feels almost electric, as if something big is about to happen at any moment. Instead of telling the audience how to feel, the video lets them sit in that space and experience it on their own. When the story continues through Whitney's carousel post, the emotional intensity does not fade. It actually becomes more layered and personal. One of the standout images shows Whitney smiling directly at the camera from her hospital bed. Her expression a blend of calm, strength, and readiness. At the same time, details like the 4-line, hospital wristbands, and surrounding medical equipment are clearly visible, grounding the moment in reality. That contrast between the clinical setting and the warmth they create is what makes the post so compelling. Nothing is hidden, but nothing feels overwhelming either. Each photo feels like a carefully chosen piece of a larger narrative, rather than random snapshots. And as viewers move through each slide, there is a quiet build in emotion that keeps them engaged. Zach's presence throughout the carousel is just as important, even though he is not positioned as the center of attention. He appears consistently beside Whitney, whether it is through holding her hand or gently placing his hand on her stomach. His role feels steady and intentional, never overpowering but always there. In several frames, the way he holds her hand feels especially significant, almost like a visual anchor in a moment filled with anticipation. By not dominating the frame, his presence actually becomes stronger and more meaningful. It reinforces the idea that this is not just Whitney's experience, but something they are going through together. That balance is what makes their dynamic feel so natural. Whitney's caption adds another layer that ties everything together in a way that feels both reflective and emotionally grounded. She writes, "It feels just as special every single time. Growing our family together has been one of the most important parts of my life, and I don't take for granted getting to go through all of it with you right there through every part of it." The wording is simple, but that simplicity is exactly what makes it so effective. There is no attempt to exaggerate the moment or make it sound bigger than it is. Instead, it feels honest and deeply personal, like a genuine reflection rather than a performance. There is gratitude, there is awareness, and there is a clear appreciation for the journey they have shared. And when you remember that this is their 6th child, those words carry even more weight. Zach's response in the comments adds a different kind of emotional texture that complements Whitney's message perfectly. He writes, "I'm so happy that I'm living this life with you. These really are the best days." The tone feels more immediate and spontaneous, as if it is coming straight from the moment rather than from reflection. He does not repeat what Whitney already said, but instead adds his own perspective in a way that expands the story. This creates a sense of balance, where both voices are present and equally meaningful. It also makes their relationship feel more dynamic, not one-sided or performative. That kind of interaction is what gives the post a deeper emotional impact. The emotional build continues when Zach reposts Whitney's post to his Instagram story, adding yet another layer to the narrative. Alongside the same intimate image of him kissing Whitney's forehead, he writes, "I can't believe I get to share such a wonderful life with you. I love every one of these memories." This message feels more expressive, almost like a spontaneous overflow of emotion. By choosing to highlight the same visual moment again, he reinforces just how central that scene is to the entire story. The repost does not feel repetitive. It feels like a continuation. It adds emphasis and makes the narrative feel more complete rather than stretched out. There is a clear connection between everything they are sharing. Looking at the full sequence of posts, it becomes clear that this is not just casual content, but a carefully built piece of storytelling that still feels natural. The video introduces the emotion, the carousel deepens the experience, and the captions and interactions give it context and meaning. Each element plays a specific role, and nothing feels unnecessary or duplicated. As a result, the audience is not just seeing a moment. They are following a story from multiple angles. That is what keeps the content engaging without ever feeling forced. It flows in a way that feels intentional but still authentic. Another thing that stands out is how they manage to show vulnerability without losing control of the narrative. The medical reality is there, from the 4 lines to the hospital setting, but it is presented in a way that feels calm and approachable. Nothing is overly raw or uncomfortable, yet nothing feels hidden either. This balance creates a sense of authenticity while still maintaining a polished and consistent image. It allows viewers to connect with the moment without feeling overwhelmed by it. That kind of control is not easy to achieve, but they handle it seamlessly. In the end, this series of posts is about much more than the arrival of a baby girl. It is about the evolution of a family, the strength of a partnership, and the way certain moments never lose their meaning no matter how many times they happen. With 5 children already, Bradley, Kaci, Khloé, Jadon, and Lily, this 6th child represents both a continuation and a new beginning. Zach and Whitney are not just sharing an update. They are inviting people into a moment that feels both deeply personal and universally relatable. It is warm, it is emotional, and at the same time, it carries just enough tension to make it unforgettable. So what do you think about this moment from Zach and Whitney Bates? Does it feel different from their previous updates, or is this the kind of story that just keeps getting more meaningful every time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because this one really feels like more than just another family update. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe for more stories that go deeper than what you first see. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.